What's up, big ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I'm back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, and let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your favorite friends. On today's video, we will be covering the Power Universe, and this one right here is titled the episode 15, exactly as we planned. Title Explained. Now, what prompted me to do this particular video is the fact that I was going through a couple of my, lives and stuff like that. And then I noticed that, a lot of these were pretty good videos and stuff like that, like lives, but during the time, I didn't have as many subscribers and, I wasn't as active on live, so I just feel like a lot of people didn't see it. And I decided to, kind of chop it up and put them out there for other people to see it. And one of the discussions that we kind of ran into during that live, and this is also a discussion that's been spoke among a lot of Power fans, is the title of the final episode of the original Power. As we know, it is titled exactly as we planned, which is very similar to the very first episode titled Not Exactly As We Planned. So I will dive in deep on the name of the titles and why was it named that, and probably point out a lot of things that you guys probably never thought of. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, I'm going to start this thing out because, there's a lot of different people that people were hinting at, like, okay, the title came from this particular part, between these two. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of different things that was put out there. So, a lot of different people. So, I'm going to go ahead and go through that. First, as you can see, I have here Ghost holding up Tommy. Now, this obviously this comes from episode 13 when Ghost allegedly passed away from the gunshot wound that was inflicted by his son Tariq. Now, as we all know, this clearly here isn't exactly as Tommy and Ghost would have planned, because Ghost is died, so why the hell would they play that? So I just wanted to kind of throw a little funny one in there, because clearly this didn't go as planned, if that is what was going on. So I think we can eliminate Tommy to say that this title, final, episode title, wasn't involving him. Now, let's go ahead and go to another one. This here image here comes from episode 12. If you can remember, she was this is when Ramona was having a conversation with Paz, and Paz was trying to tell Ramona that Ghost was a bad person and all this, and that she could stop him. And that's when she looked at her kind of weird, like, this is still to this day is a kind of a weird scene. She was like, some people are just unstoppable, right? So she basically was speaking very high and mighty of Ghost, right? As if she was like, this ugly ass nigga cold. Ain't nobody stopping that. Almost as if, she knew exactly what was going to take place. So, let's go ahead and go to the episode title between, let's say, perhaps Ramona and Ghost, right? Because if she knew exactly what was going on, then you could very much fulfill the name of that title, which is exactly as we planned. Now, something I wanted to point out. Remember, I mentioned the title of the very first episode, which was Not Exactly As We Planned. And if you can remember, on the very first episode of Not Exactly As We Planned, very similar. If you go and look at episode 15 and episode 1, episode 15 of season 6 and episode 1 of season 1, you'll see that Ghost was at the top of the balcony of his club, right? And he looked down and saw, in episode 1 of season 1, he looked down and saw Angela, and he came down to greet her, right? Then that was the introduction to Angela Valdez. On episode 15 of season 6, he was also on the balcony, and then Ramona walked in. He looked down, saw her, came down, and he came down and he kissed her, because she was like, she don't know if she wanted to keep the secret. She wanted to keep it a secret, the relationship between her and him. But he was like, it's not. That's a secret I'm not willing to keep, and he kissed her, right? So I just think that that's a very good connection. Not exactly as we planned, exactly as we planned. And in both of those episodes, Ghost looked down at a woman. It's not exactly as him and Angela planned, because they planned to live a life together, right? And she went away. And then obviously, it ended badly because Angela ultimately was killed. Now he has a second chance with Ramona, right? So this is exactly as he planned. He's looking down at the balcony, and now he has the new woman that's the love of his life that he staged another plan with. Now, let's just go ahead and hold on to that and go to the next candidates. Now, exactly as we planned. Now, this is the one that most people automatically assumed this was about, because I can definitely see how they could think that's what it was about, because obviously at the end, it kind of seemed like Tasha and Tariq colluded to kill Ghost. And according to what they made us believe, they did succeed at that, right? But I just think it's not exactly as they planned, because their plan was to ultimately take out Ghost, get away with it, and then ultimately, they would inherit the money that Ghost would leave behind, which Tasha thought would be between her and the children. But of course, she got a rude awakening finding out she didn't get a single cent, and Tariq will only inherit his money once he completed a 4-year college university with the 3.5 GPA. So I will say that that's not exactly as they planned, right? I think that's safe to say it's not. Plus, of course, Tasha went to jail. She damn sure didn't plan that. So, with that being said, I think it's safe to say that it wasn't about Tasha and Tariq. Now, let's go ahead and go to the next one. So, recently, I just put out a video of a former live that I did, right? The live was about, did Tariq help Ghost fake his death? And still to this day, I think there is a possibility. I'm not saying that it's 100% factual proof that it is. But if you looked at that video and looked at it to detail like I did, you'll see that, okay, this is some fishy shit, and it could possibly be what happened. But anyways, if you haven't taken a look at that video, I most definitely advise you to go ahead and take a look at it. But yeah, so Tariq and Ghost, what I basically, long story short, is in this scene here when Ghost was talking with Tariq, he was telling him, if we work together, I know we can both, I know you can become the man that I want you to be. So I believe off screen that it's very much possible that Ghost staged the plan. He let Tariq know that he knew he had staged the gun up inside Truth, that he probably had ill intentions on taking him out, right? So he said, how about, if you want me gone so bad, son, how about this? You help me, you help me stage my death, because I got way too many enemies anyway. My son hates me, my wife hates me, I want to live a new life with a fresh start, with the new woman that's the love of my life, and in return, you know what I'm saying, I give you my inheritance, and you get to start a new life. We both get a clean slate, and you let alone this drug stuff. And I think Tariq agreed, but what he didn't notice that Ghost put in, you got to go to school with it in his will. But anyways, that's that story. So could it be that they're saying exactly as we planned, and it's in relations to Ghost and Tariq? Because like I just proved to y'all, there's no way they're saying exactly as Ghost and Tasha and Tariq planned. So I believe that someone successfully succeeded at a plan that they executed. So was it Ghost and Tariq? Perhaps. But I'll give y'all the answer I believe is why they titled, gave this episode this title. So Ghost and Tariq is possibly just part of the exactly as we planned. Honestly, Tariq may have been been used as a pawn. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. Let's get ahead and go to the next person. Ghost and Simon Stern. Now, if you pay attention, episode 10, towards the end, right before, Ghost started turning the lights out and stuff like that, right before Tariq walked up, Simon Stern grabbed Ghost and said, "Look at you. You got exactly what you wanted." Right? As if he knew about a plan that was staged already, which I believe he very much did. Because I believe Simon Stern actually did a video about this, about all the people that helped Ghost fake his death, and is also helping him keep tabs on Tariq. Simon Stern is one of them. So he told him, we got exactly what you want, and then he left later on, left the party later on. And I believe this is because he absolutely knew that Ghost was going to fake his death that day, and he was just waiting for the smoke to clear so that he can, go ahead and execute his next part of their plan. Now, let's go ahead and go a little deeper. One last person. And as you can see, it is none other than Tubit. Keep in mind that right before, that same day, Ghost reached out to Vincent to get access to speak with Tubit while he was in prison. So they obviously had a conversation. They showed us some of it, but I think they didn't show us the full extent to their conversation. I believe he may have possibly have informed Tubit that he was going to be staging a plan, and that, if he helped him out with the Tariq situation, and helping him fake his death, he would keep on supplying him with money. And if you pay attention, Tubit has always been resurfacing, disappearing, and every time he surfaces, it's something dealing with Tariq. That's because he is keeping tabs on Tariq for Ghost. But anyways, in this particular scene here, if you can remember, Blanca Rodriguez was under the impression that that Dre was the one that took out Ghost, right? But in actuality, we know that better, and then Tubit was letting her know. You really think that B.O. nigga took out, that bitch ass nigga took out Ghost? The F out of here. If you know anything about him, you know that. And then Blanca was like, well, wait, what do you mean? Basically, he was telling us then that there's no way somebody like Dre could take out Ghost. And I think he was also hinting that, hey, he might not just be dead. But hey, that's not this. I'm not necessarily doing a video on whether or not Ghost is dead here. It's just pretty much explaining why this episode was titled exactly as we planned. plan. See, a lot of people automatically assume that it was a between two people. My opinion, I think this was a group thing. It was exactly as Ghost, Ramona, Simon Stern, Stephen Ott, and Tubit planned. They all was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why also Stephen Ott wasn't too bothered about letting Tubit out of prison, because he had already did his part as far as helping them with Ghost anyway. So, I think it all, made sense for him to go ahead and just do that. So, with that being said, that's pretty much all I got for y'all as far as this particular video, and I am super excited to see what you guys have to say about this particular video. What do you think? What is the reason that they titled this last episode exactly as we planned? Was it because Ghost took Ramona and the crew, staged the plan, and they successfully executed it? Or are you still with the assumption that they made it because of Tariq and Tasha? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your friends. Until the next video,